Today I'll be going through the hard truth about the difficulties of losing weight with an underactive thyroid, but I'll also go through the 2 ways that an underactive thyroid causes weight gain, as well as giving you some new avenues of attack that will hopefully prove successful for you. I seem to be coming across more and more pieces of advice online about how this vegetable and that supplement with this exercise, making sure you have that blood test, all leads to weight loss in 3 easy steps. If you're watching this video, you know full well that weight loss is not that simple. And when you throw an underactive thyroid into the mix, it's damn right near impossible. The reason for that is weight loss is complicated. It's not that simple. If it were that easy, we'd all be doing it. But what if I were to tell you that the weight you gain from an underactive thyroid isn't all fat? And it's not all because of your thyroid. More on that in a minute. Let's start with a couple of factual observations which will at least give us somewhere to start from and something to target. Well, as you probably know, the thyroid gland makes thyroid hormone, and thyroid hormone controls how quickly we burn through energy. Less of this hormone means less burning through calories, and these excess calories in reserve are stored as fat. And that's all true. But not all the weight that you gain is fat. Perhaps a lesser known function of thyroid hormone is its role in cell architecture. When thyroid hormone isn't around, you get the accumulation of lots of different materials, which leads to the drawing of fluid. So this is why some patients with an underactive thyroid get symptoms of swelling of the face or other parts of the body, a swollen gland, skin getting stretched and itchy and dry. It's the accumulation of fluid. So yes, in an underactive thyroid, it is common for someone to gain weight because they're storing these excess calories as fat, but they're also gaining more fluid as weight too. That's an important thing to know to help give us something to target. An underactive thyroid can cause you to gain weight somewhere in the region of 5 to 10 pounds. That's it. Yet so many people with an underactive thyroid gain far more weight than that. Why is that? Well, it may be that the weight gain is happening indirectly because of your thyroid or because of something else. Your genetics and your epigenetics may just leave you with a predisposition to gain weight easily. The symptoms thyroid cause, rather than the underactive thyroid itself, might lead to weight gain too. For example, if you're feeling tired all the time, you're probably not going to want to do a lot of exercise. If you're feeling depressed, maybe you're not making the most wise dietary choices. And then there are other hormones. Thyroid hormone is just one of many hormones that help control and balance our weight. We've got ghrelin, leptin, insulin, cortisol, growth hormone, estrogens, androgens, and more that help control our weight. So there is a complex interaction of lots of different chemicals and hormones in our body for controlling weight. So I know that all sounds quite depressing, but here are a few plans of attack that maybe you haven't considered yet. As you well know, losing weight is like fighting an uphill battle. Losing weight with an underactive thyroid is fighting that uphill battle with 2 hands tied behind your back and a blindfold on. So you've got to sort out your underactive thyroid if you're going to have any luck at all. And that's usually with the medication levothyroxine. So if you can get your cells burning through calories again, you can aim to lose up to 10% of your weight. Up to. It may be far less. But in order for this to happen, you have to get the thyroid hormone into your body successfully for it to do what it needs to do. Unfortunately, levothyroxine is very poorly absorbed from our stomachs, so to give it the best chance, we've got to take it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach and at least 30 minutes before we put anything else into our stomach. That includes food, tablets, and caffeine, so coffee or tea. And you'll also need to make sure that it's working by getting a blood test to make sure your thyroid stimulating hormone, your TSH, is in the normal to low normal range. Assessing how much of your excess weight is fluid can be tricky. But one simple way to have a look for it is to look for pitting edema. This is where you push your thumb in hard over a bony prominence on your body, like over your ankle or your shin bone, for a few seconds, and when you remove your thumb, has it left an indentation? If it has, you can be pretty confident that there's excess fluid there. Now, a simple way to reduce the amount of fluid that you're holding is to reduce your salt intake. But if you feel that you've got a lot of excess fluid on board, you should see your doctor in case that needs further investigation, or whether it needs treatment with a drug called a diuretic. So as the simple theory goes, if you take in too many calories, you store those excess calories as fat, leading to weight gain. So if you reduce your calorie intake, you reduce your weight. Wrong. Well, at least partially wrong. If you were to stop eating today, I can guarantee you that over the next few weeks, you will lose weight. But can you keep that up forever? What happens when you start eating again? Well, you probably know yourself that you would gain all that weight back once you start eating, plus a little bit more. So why is that? When we decide to reduce the calories that we take in order to lose weight, we call that a diet. But your body calls it a famine. In other words, your body thinks there is no food available, so it makes a promise to itself that next time it gets these calories, it will make sure that it stores a little bit extra just in case this famine is going to happen again. So the age-old advice of exercise more and eat less and you'll lose weight, that's now outdated. It's not that simple. In fact, weight loss is an incredibly complicated topic. I'm going to link some books and resources below for you to have a look, to educate yourself and learn a little bit more about it, to give you some plans of attack. Please don't underestimate the power of stress in affecting your weight. And I don't just mean through making you depressed and making unwise decisions about diet or not doing enough exercise. Stress causes a very real physical response of increasing your stress hormone, cortisol. And if you want to see the effect excess cortisol hormone has in your body, just look up Cushing syndrome. Reducing your stress levels and improving your mental health will help prevent weight gain, but it could also help facilitate weight loss. So I do apologize if this video was a little bit on the negative side, but I'd be doing you an injustice if I said, cut that out of your diet and take that supplement and the weight will fall off. It's just not true, is it? And if it was that simple, there wouldn't be 100 new diet books every year to go by. There would be one obvious answer. That being said, it is not impossible. It's just really tough. In a nutshell, the realistic plan I believe works is optimizing your hypothyroidism, coming up with a sustainable long-term plan that leads to gradual weight loss over a long period of time. And I can't emphasize the following enough: remaining positive. I do hope this video has given you some new avenues of attack, and I hope the resources that I've provided below are useful to you. Everything I've said today is for informational purposes only, rather than tailored individualized medical advice. Remember to see your own doctor if you need that. But thank you very much for taking the time to watch this, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.